Businesses that fail to comply with the COVID-19 guidelines will be closed by the authorities, warned head of the COVID-19 task force, Abdia Samuel. He made these remarks during the NEOC weekly briefing on Wednesday.
However, the problem that we are having is that even though you are reopening, you are not reopening responsibly. You are not following the protocols. You all saw the stats that I was providing, and we see that you just are not simply being compliant. And the regulation simply says, if you're not compliant, you may not operate. So therefore, in an effort to continue to assist you in generating some income, please comply with the regulation. And let me emphatically state that any business that is going to be non-compliant and any business that jeopardizes the work and successes that we have made, we are going to have to shut you down. We are going to have to shut you down until you become compliant.
Mr. Samuel also reiterated the importance of wearing masks.
First, we had the president of Brazil, as my presentation displays, in Mr. Jair Bolsonaro, president of Brazil. He was adamant that he was not going to wear a mask until he was actually instructed by the court that he has to wear a mask. And the judge, in his deliberation, stated that every time he was seen without a mask, he has to pay 300 Brazilian dollars. Hence the reason he started to wear a mask. But guess what? Today, he is a positive case of COVID-19. Again, let me repeat. He is positive with the COVID-19 virus. And also, let's take a look at Mr. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He was adamant in the beginning. His attitude towards the mask in the beginning was that he didn't need it. But after becoming a COVID-19 patient who had to be in an ICU room by himself, the only persons in ICU that you see are the nurses or healthcare workers who have to take care of you. His whole perception towards the pandemic changed. He actually became a champion of the healthcare providers and the persons who are fighting COVID-19. So therefore, you see, he started to wear a mask. And one of the most popular figures that in the world, President Donald Trump, it was amazing that we saw him wearing a mask after being advised to do so by the White House task force. It is a simple, basic, cheap means of protecting you and protecting others.
There have been much consternation in some quarters of the public about wearing face masks, especially in light of the recommendation being looked at by the COVID-19 task force to find persons not wearing face masks in public. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.